Yeah, apart from our television match this afternoon between the Tigers and the Cowboys, the other game taking place is the Roosters up against the Warriors. And joining us on a day that we've heard about Brian Smith taking over, it appears almost certain the Roosters next year, is Brad Fittler. And Brad, like we did with Stu Burrison, we thank you for your time because I would imagine you've been in demand as well. Can you tell us when and how you learnt your fate for next season?
Steve Noyce told me yesterday at about lunchtime, and I'm not sure how long Brian has been appointed, how long he's known about it, but yeah, as of yesterday. But I think it's been good given the year we've had. It's been a tough year, so I was under no illusions that this job's forever, and just looking forward to finishing off the rest of the year in a good manner.
Okay, what was your immediate reaction, and with time to think about it, your reaction now, is it any different?
No, it's not. I think, mate, I understood the job. There's no doubt. I think very rarely you get the chance to have an occupation like this where, 2 years ago, actually to this day, he's got employed to be the coach, and we went from last to first, and now we're sitting at last again. So to have an occupation where you can have such extremities, and I've enjoyed it all the way. There's been some tough times, and there's been some extremely enjoyable times as well.
Yeah, Freddie, it's Joe here. You've only known for a day. Have you thought about next year, moving forward, your future there?
I was hoping that the job in Newcastle was available, Joe.
Are you a career coach, Freddie? Is it something that you want to see, into future years?
Not sure about that still. I don't think so, but I really enjoyed it. I'll definitely coach again in some manner. There's no doubt about that. I really enjoyed it. I love to watch the young kids come through. I've extremely enjoyed the last 5 or 6 weeks. I thought there was a period earlier than that where we weren't trying that hard, but I think the last 5 or 6 weeks I've really enjoyed. A lot of young blokes have had opportunities to play first grade and seen blokes improve and learn about the game. So it's a very enjoyable job.
Freddie, you got a great rapport with the players there. They speak of you very highly. Would you look to stay on in a lesser role there, or obviously a coaching role there, or would you look to go overseas and coach?
Nah, there'll be no role of the Roosters, but as of other stuff, Wendy, might have only known for a day, so I'll make sure to chill out after the end of the season and then look at the options.
Sure. No, we haven't got you on to endorse any other coach, but you mentioned some of the young players that are coming through at the Roosters, and there's some exciting youngsters there. So Brian Smith has got something to work with when he does take over from you, doesn't he?
Absolutely, and I think going in today's game, I think the average age of our side's 21, which is quite young. So, the Tommy Simon, some local kids, Sandor Earl, of course your Mitchell Pearces and Jake Friends, blokes who have been playing first grade all year. They've got experience, and make sure the best experience, the experience of losing and how to get out of losing situations, and make sure the off-field stuff that goes with the pressure, and they'll understand that better next year. And given Brian Smith's experience, I'm sure he can direct that into a lot better season next year.
Freddie, how do you approach the remainder of this year? That's where you've made your point. You're not going to be there next year. You don't want to stay around at the Roosters. How do you approach the remainder of this year?
Well, I told my staff, the coaching staff, about 3 or 4 weeks ago that there was a good chance I wasn't going to be there next year. So, no different week in, week out. I've still got a job to do, and there's a responsibility in guiding these sort of fellas hopefully into good performances and being better players. So, mate, just turn up each day to work and make sure it'll be a little bit more enjoyable now, knowing you got a clear end. It's always easy to, if you've got 8 weeks to go, you can sort of put as much energy as you like into it. So I think I'm going to really enjoy this last 8 weeks.
Well, Brad, I hope you're not lost to the coaching ranks. You've been a breath of fresh air in many ways. Been very honest. You've retained a sense of humour. The hair hasn't gone grey, and you've still got hair. So you're not coming out of it too badly after a difficult time. And thanks again for joining us on the Sunday Footy Show, and good luck for the remaining 7 rounds with the Roosters.
Cheers, fellas.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, Freddie.
Still looking good, man.
Yeah, look, I really like Brad Fittler's. He's an honest person when it comes to coaching. Some press conferences after games, it's just cliche ridden. Never with Freddie.
No.
And he says what he thinks, and sometimes it's not what people want to hear. But to be the one thing about coaching, and I've never done it, but looking at it, you don't go into coaching to be popular. And if you try to be popular, you'll fail.
What about the way he cops things on the chin? There's obviously got to be part of him that's not happy about what's transpired. Anyone with a self-esteem has, and he's been successful all through his life. But the way he cops things on his chin is admirable to him.
But what I like about that is the same when I think the Dragons signed Wayne Bennett last year. When Nathan Brown found out, he just said, well, you couldn't have signed a better bloke for the job. And that's the same exactly what Freddie said.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What thing Brad pointed out is that coaching is results driven, and the fluctuations are more evident in the game. So last year the Roosters ran fourth. Now they're on the bottom of the ladder. The Bulldogs were wooden spooners. They could be minor premiers, and it's not. You don't gradually fade out clubs now. You can be up and down like that.